I'm Laura Whitmore with Acoustic Nation, and I'm here today with Matt Nathanson. How you doing, Matt?
Hi, I'm well. How are you?
Great. So you just released your new album, The Last of the Great Pretenders.
Yeah.
How's it been going?
I think it's been going real well. We've yet to sort of like unleash the tour. We've been doing sort of one-offy summer things, and so I'm excited to kind of bring the new songs, like 8 or 9 new songs in a set, to the folks, and play them for people. Unleash the Kraken. Yeah, it's going to just be, woo. That's awesome. Exciting. Yeah, but the record, it's fun putting it out, and everybody seems to be digging it. It's totally cool.
Are they singing along with the oohs and ahs?
Yeah, there's some oohs, some ahs, some lyrics, some dancing, some interpretive dancing, throwing of shapes, which I always, I applaud.
Shapes?
Yeah, they're throwing, whatever it is. I don't want to do too much twerking, but but that's how I do it.
I would advise staying away from
I have a foam hand
the twerking
that I twerk with.
Let's move along then. So your title, Last of the Great Pretenders. Is there some pretending going on?
Yeah, I feel like the record was sort of I've made a lot of records. I think I've made 8.
Ooh.
Is that possible? Something like that. Something in the high 7s, 8s. And I felt like this record was kind of the first time that I didn't edit out myself from the songs. I used to kind of round off the corners of sort of the, like, take out names and places and that kind of stuff and make it a little more, trying to think that what I was doing was making it so that everybody could kind of relate. But on this record, I really kept it all in. Because I was thinking, like, what I love most about great records, records that have changed my life or whatever, they always have all these kind of specifics about the writer in there or specifics about the event in there. And it's like, Lou Reed, New York, for example, is one of my favorite records of all time. And it's like he just talks about his life and what's going on around him in a way that was sort of felt like you kind of knew Lou Reed. And so, not that I made Lou Reed, New York, but I kept in all the sort of the details.
You made Matt Nathanson San Francisco.
Yeah,
you made.
I did. That'd be great. Matt Nathanson San Francisco.
Because there's a lot of San Francisco references.
I know, that's what happened. So this is the thing, is like, all of a sudden I was sequencing the record and I was like, oh man, all these songs they have like a San Francisco reference in there.
Almost every one.
I know.
Yeah.
And I got a little self-conscious about it because I was like, that seems like real forced and like, what am I doing? But that's how it went. Like, all the songs just sort of took place around here and all the characters, and yeah.
But I love the detail that you left.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, because we were listening to it even on the way here, and I was like, I know that place. I know exactly what he's talking about.
It's cool. I love it.
Super cool.
It's fun.
And I have to say, my favorite song, and I told Aaron this, is the King's Shirt song.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was listening to that, and my daughter came into the room, and she said, is he saying pink shirt? And I said, no, he's saying King's Shirt. And she's like, what's that?
Oh, yeah. We are definitely at a place in our evolution where the younger generation is not. Dude, I mean, even like Whitesnake is sort of a who? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like Nirvana was on the classic rock station the other day, so I'm way down with like that the Kinks might be a sort of slightly far out reference. But here in this town, if they think it's Kink Shirt, it could be the Armory down in Mission.
It could be anything.
It can be anything you want it to be. Pink, kink, kinks.
It all works. It's all good.
Yeah.
So you have a great time when you're on stage, and you're pretty funny. Yeah. Have you always been a funny guy?
I think in my life I was, desperately funny for most of my life, kind of like, love me. And then, but on stage there's, to me, being on stage has to feel a lot like just hanging out with you or hanging out with friends. Because if not, it takes on a sort of a weight that gets in the way of the connection. And so for me, playing the songs and being able to sort of crack jokes or to be able to tell stories, it puts me at ease, and then thankfully it kind of puts everybody else at ease and kind of it breaks the ice. I feel like my shows are a little bit like throwing a dinner party or something. You tell a funny story and then you play a song and then you tell a serious story and then you do it. So it's always just felt like the balance for me.
Is it the same story at every show?
No, it just depends. Like, sometimes certain songs, because certain songs are, the songs are about what they're about, so you got to kind of tell it. But it gets boring to kind of tell the same story the same way. So I try and
that's cool.
Do it a little different.
So you never know what could happen.
Yeah, you certainly don't.
It could be anything.
Oh my God, you really don't. The other night we busted into a More Than Words sing-along.
Oh.
I didn't expect that. I just started, we were in Boston, and I was playing songs by Boston bands.
Okay.
And so I started playing Extreme, and the crowd sang every word like it was, I had to just let them go. And then I ran out of chords. I don't know, there's a certain point where Nuno starts playing weird chords, and I was just like, I'm out. But the crowd just kept singing the whole time. So yeah. So
you meant to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let them have the spotlight.
It was fun.
So, is there a song or two off the new album that you really love to play live, like a favorite?
Yeah, Kink's Shirt actually is pretty rad because it's a weird kind of song. It was built around just 2 chords, the whole song, and so for me, it's really a groove. And so once you get in the groove, it's the best. You just sort of sit in the pocket of it, and everybody's playing around, the drums, and there's a little bit of a loop going on, and then Aaron's playing guitar, and it's like it all fits in this real neat way. And so for me, it's fun to anchor it with just 2 chords. I don't think I've ever played that few chords in my life, and so that song's been a blast. There's a song called Sky High Honey, which is really fun to play, just because it kind of plays itself. So yeah,
it's pretty. That's a nice song.
Yeah.
I've heard that on the radio quite a bit.
Oh, rad. Yeah.
Speaking of, like, do you still get a charge when you hear your song on the radio?
Yeah. I don't hear it all that often. Like, I don't hear people say, even at the height of this song Come On Get Higher that I had that was, like, really successful on the radio, I heard it, like, 6 times. Like, I never heard it. Like, apparently I don't listen to the radio. Or I don't listen to the radio that plays my stuff. But, like, I heard it at a Whole Foods in Manhattan, and I stopped, and I was like, I started pushing. I'm like, yeah, I know this kick drum sounds great. And then I was like, oh, I know. Oh, and I just stood between like the macrobiotic, whatever, and and like the gluten-free bagels, and I just stood there, and I was like, oh, and I just enjoyed it. It was fun.
Cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
If I heard my song in the supermarket, I'd stop too. I think.
Yeah, I think cool. I think I inspire people to buy dairy products. Do you know what I mean? I just think it's sort of how it goes, and I know that Home Depot plays it a lot. So if you're doing any work on your house, I feel like I could really, I can inspire.
Well, Come On Get Higher, you could like climb the ladder.
Drills. Yeah, Come On Get Higher. Like, I see it. I see the ad campaign if that song ever comes back.
Wait, maybe a ladder company
That'd
needs
be awesome.
to,
So good.
Or a drug company, I don't know. Get higher.
I want them to play it over the part where they tell you all the side effects. In the commercial, they're like, may cause diarrhea, really internal bleeding. They're like, you might punch your cat, and then like just play my song.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Or scary.
Yeah.